Last time on Travellers of the Unknown, Ashes from Time. You'll be left as free strangers who burned down an ancient store and killed its owner.
The watch has been alerted. We need to get out now.
A horse with a woman and a man, 3 more watchmen on a boat.
Can I cast Longstrider on the horse? Because that will increase its speed.
Where's the nearest entrance to this wall?
They'd have to go back to the barge.
I say we jump.
And you both fell off the horse, surrounded by the watch.
Bryn, in one smooth, fluid motion, all of his clothes all fly off his body. Everyone has stopped to stare at Bryn's butt cheeks.
Alright, I'm gonna try and climb the wall then.
Gaulier managed to pull himself up onto the top of the wall.
Reach down and go for you guys.
Gaulier's gonna reach down and pick him up.
Yeah.
You're all on top of the wall. Where do you go now?
Hey, it's me again, and isn't it about time we found out what they did? Yeah, I agree. Let's do that. Travellers of the Unknown Ashes from Time. The 6th part of Trinkets of Triden.
Wow.
Okay, James.
If there is some small background noise, it's because I'm in a hotel room and obviously my mum's here. Hi, Mum.
Hello, Crumbo Mum.
She did say she's going to be doing something with headphones on, but she hasn't put them on yet, which makes me feel very awkward because she can hear my side of the conversation, but I'm going to just go ahead and ignore that. I am eating crab out of a box with a teaspoon right now, so my life's in a good place.
You're in a... I mean, that's a conflicting...
That's posh. I'm eating pasta out of a bowl.
And I am the DM, so if God itself is eating crab right now, that's what's going on. We're in a seaside town, so
Yeah.
most of the NPCs you encounter
Really,
tonight...
Chrissy? You're in a seaside town?
Most of the NPC... Well, we're not technically in a seaside town because it's not actually by the sea, it's just by a...
Oh, so you're not actually in a
It's by a
seaside
big
town?
lake, so it's not actually a seaside town.
I think Matt's taking the piss out of you saying you're a seaside town a lot.
Bitch,
Seaside town.
I've said it twice. I said it once before we start recording, and once is the fact that... No, I mean Triden. Triden is a
say?
seaside town.
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. What'd you say?
I meant Triden was a seaside town.
I said it again.
you
You fell for my trap.
thought I was breaking up because
You
of the
didn't
Wi-Fi.
really break up.
Oh, you bitch. The first NPC you encounter tonight might be eating crab, and that will make sense because he is a fisherman, so...
Can I just say, though, I didn't know Torchwood is an anagram of Doctor Who until today.
Did you actually not?
Wait, are you... Oh my god.
I swear to Christ I didn't.
You may be the only person on the planet who doesn't.
No, that's the thing, because my friend James down here said that. He was like, how did you not know? And then about 8 of us were like, it's an anagram for Doctor Who?
What?
And we were like, oh, fuck. Including people who are, like, massive Doctor Who fans.
People in Cardiff must be stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly.
But at least they don't do an art degree.
Oi.
Oh, wait, no, that's literally what I do.
I was going to say you're doing an art degree.
See, I can't hurt you, Chrissy, without hurting myself.
So when we left off, just to kind of give everyone a refresher, because it has been a while,
It has been stonking yonkers.
we're all in different parts of the country now as well. I'm in Bournemouth. We were all in Gloucester, and now we're all over.
No, we're not.
Now we're free.
No, we're not.
What have you?
It's crazy.
It's almost a bit like it's been a month.
Now we're in Seaside Town.
Why are you making that a thing? You can't force it into being a thing like water in a bowl. That's a thing because it's silly.
To be fair, he only did that once, Chrissy. You've done Seaside Town at least
Yes.
4 or 5 times
Yeah.
now.
You guys have said it more than me at this point.
Said what, Chrissy? What have I said more, Chrissy? I'm at a loss. Callum, do you know what she's talking about?
I don't know, man.
Civilization near the salty shore.
That's okay. I'll let you off that one. That was good.
So, where we left off last time, you guys are all on a wall. Do you remember that?
Probably. Yep.
Yeah, I was pulling them up.
Yeah, Gaulier pulled you up.
Yes.
Bryn was naked, if I remember right. But
Oh yeah.
No, Bryn is... Well, yeah, he's naked, but he has his clothes with him.
I'm going to say that while you guys are running along the wall, I think, just because I think it would be... I don't know, I'm going to leave this character choice up to you, Callum. Does Bryn pull his clothes on as quickly as possible, or does he leave it hanging a while?
Enjoys the breeze.
No, he'll pull him on. It's a cold night. And,
All right. I wanted to give you guys some more like flavour about the places the places you are, and Callum actually pointed out to me a while ago that if Bryn was on a mission here, he would have done his research and he would have known about the kind of area they're in. So how I'm actually going to start this game is by giving you a little bit of information about a few of the towns. How I want to put this into the fiction is that Bryn is telling you this as he frantically throws his clothes on and as he is running along the wall. Callum, I will be reading this out in my own words, but we can just imagine that Bryn relayed this information in your words. Would that be okay?
That's fine. Me speaking a lot probably isn't good like that.
Okay. Well, okay, so the first thing Bryn tells you, and this is really not suited to the situation, but I'm just going to read this out. Okay, so the town that you were heading to was that you were trying to head to, and now you're having to divert away from, which is the town to the north of Triden, was a town called Flow. Similar to the Overflow Tavern where you all met. It's a city with a lot of wood in its architecture, much as Triden, but also with a lot of shimmering marble, like a lot of shimmering marble. This place is made to look good.
It sounds
even if
really
it's
slippery.
Yeah,
With a lot of water
only for
around.
the structures of the building. Even if it's just 1 inch of marble covering a structure that's actually made of stone, it's all designed to suck in tourists. Tourists who'd most likely be visiting the other more famous cities like Triden or Notic or Pika. It's designed to
no
draw...
tickle what, sorry?
Pika.
No tickle pika.
Pizza.
Pika.
What,
No tickle pika. I'm hearing that correct.
Notic?
No tickle pika. That is what you said.
It's hotels. It's a town mostly consisting of hotels.
What?
All of which are... It's a town with a lot of hotels, okay?
What are you guys laughing at? I don't get what it's called. Is it called No Tickle Pika?
No.
Which is why we're still in Triden.
Oh, I swear to God, I'm asking a genuine question.
It's not called No Tickle Pika, that's 2 places. One of them's called No Tick, and the other one is called Pika.
No teak and pika.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought
So I thought you.
I thought you were fucking with me.
No, I swear to Christ.
So it's a town mostly consisting of hotels, all of which are very reasonably priced. They're all like a solid 3.5 out of 5, you know?
On Fantasy Yelp.
Kind of consistently, and actually it's a fact that if any detail of a hotel is too good and may up the star rating to 5 or up the price, the city council will have it removed along with those responsible. It's made to look good and be average, that's the tone of the town. There's not a church or a town hall, because anything that could be a hotel is a hotel. You'd be hard pressed to find a home that doesn't have a bed and breakfast or a room to rent inside, essentially.
Okay, so it's a very neighbourly, accommodating place.
So that's Flow, and this is important. And the town you're heading towards now, as you continue to run along the wall, is called Notic, which is much like Triden in its style. It's wooden and covered with bridges and rivers, although in order to distinguish itself, the town seems to be mostly constructed out of birch wood or other lighter wood materials. Triden is largely oak or maple of construction. There's no churches here, as if the town seems entirely designed to draw attention to it, and is aware that there isn't enough room to build a church for every religion. Not wanting to offend or put anyone off visiting, it's opted for just none at all.
Okay.
And one more note about these places, they're all so close together because the kind of idea of this place is a tourist trap, and there are fees to enter each town. So the reason... So that's the thing, is and this is the thing I think Bryn would make very clear to you, it's going to be difficult to cross borders because all of them have toll fees, like what you had to pay when you entered Harriet.
Yeah.
And some of them, especially between like the one you entered Harriet, that's people coming in from the shore to Triden, so it was pretty low security, it's just boats coming in.
Yes.
But people crossing from town to town, especially to some of the more proud towns like Notic, there's much higher security in these places.
Oh, jeez.
Would it be fair to say that you just continue to run along this wall, trying to find somewhere to jump down and lose the police?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, are they still following us, running along the wall? So I thought we left them, like, kind of squabbling or something.
They're not running along the wall, and some of them are squabbling, but the police are still very much aware of you, and they are still very much like trying to track you down, and you are quite visible up on the wall, up from a high point.
I meant to ask, like, when we resolved, didn't we come to some sort of resolving thing, or we were like, we're good people?
You essentially ran away, I think, at the end, Bryn, stripped naked.
I managed to convince them that I was a decent person, but I couldn't convince them that you were.
Oh, right.
Fair play.
That was it, yeah. And as you continue to run, you come across someone sat on the wall near you. It is a halfling. He's a kind of a rough-looking halfling, and he has a fishing rod. And he is fishing off the side of the wall, not into the river, but into the streets below, the kind of the less posh area of Triden, taking people's food out of their hands or hats off of their heads and reeling them in. And as you find him, he has actually just secured crab linguine. Hold on. And he's eating it like this.
Like a winky dink. Does he enjoy that crab
It's a bit
linguine?
spicy, but it's good. And he looks over to you. He kind of stops what he's doing, and he looks up and he goes, "Whoa, guys, stop!" And he stands up and kind of puts his hands out in front of you guys to stop you.
Well, I think I'd probably slow to a walk just because I think, knowing my luck, he'll push me off the fucking wall.
Okay, just wanted to check you didn't just rush past him. And he's like, okay, I know what's going on with you. I was in Overflow, okay? You might not remember me, but I was in there and I saw what you did. I think you're cool. I want you to come with me. I've got somewhere you can hide, okay? Trust me.
Did I light his cigarette?
No, he's not someone you recognize. He's not someone you talk to.
Well, I mean, at this point, I think we need to get off this fucking wall.
I don't want to trust him, but we haven't got much choice.
You've literally got everyone against us right now.
We're three relatively hardy boys. This man can be dealt with. Unless he goes to the cops, in which case we're fucked. But still, yeah.
They're already on us, mate.
Exactly. What have we got to lose? Unless he turns us in. Let's do it. I say yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
What he does is he kind of very skillfully jumps down from the wall and starts running off down a kind of back alley of this poorer part of town.
Is he expecting us to do that?
He is expecting you to follow. He's motioning for you to...
Pursue him.
He brings you to a back alley and he knocks on this big wooden door and a panel slides open and this a pair of kind of sinister looking eyes comes through. And you hear this growling kind of voice on the other side. Who are these three? They're in trouble. We have to help them. They saved me and a bunch of my buddies' skins back in Overflow. Jacob Nail was ready to turn that place upside down and now he's upside down. As in he's dead. They killed him. It was great. The big dragon guy here, he can light pipes and his friend can make fire come out of his hands. Oh, well, it's a shame I went home when I did. The door opens slowly and an overweight troll-like creature walks out, the one that Harriet originally sat next to in Overflow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this could be entertaining.
Yeah, and he goes, come to mention it, I do recognise... Oh, God, I gotta get I'm changing the voice for this guy every time. Come to mention it, I do recognise you, human.
Shrek voice.
How's that a Shrek...
No, do a Shrek voice. That'll be easy. It'll be easy to remember.
Come to mention it, I do recognise you, human. You can hide inside here if you'd like, as long as you're...
That's a good Dalek.
Okay with becoming honorary members... So long as you're all... You can hide inside here if you'd like, so long as you're okay with becoming honorary members of the Pipe Smoking Club.
Oh.
Well...
Bryn's in. Bryn's good.
Sure. Harriet just nods.
Also, yeah, that was very Dalek towards the end.
How about you do a character voice? How about that?
How about I'm really fucking ill? So
How about you give Bryn a character voice? So how about you? How about that?
How about I'll give him one when
you make it worth his
I can
while.
speak properly.
Okay, so you've all agreed to come in to this Pipe Smoking Club?
Correct.
All right.
Hell yeah.
You all kind of walk towards the door, and I think Harriet and Gaulier, maybe you pass through, but he puts a hand out to Bryn, and he goes, "Hey, not so fast there, half-elf. No one said anything about you."
He's a racist.
Uh-oh.
Hold up.
To which the halfling goes, "How come?" "Hazzix, why did Jacob Nail come making trouble in the first place?"
You say Kazakhs?
His name's Hazzix.
Oh.
Fuck off.
All halflings are named after Kazakhs.
After League of Legends characters.
I thought you would just say all halflings are named after League of Legends.
Who's next? Fucking Neadley. Fucking
That joke would work if any of us knew any other characters.
Anyway,
Garen.
Gareth.
Fucking Garen, mate. Fucking Beyblade,
Oh, I thought you said
motherfucker.
Gareth. Like, what next? Gareth.
Garen.
yeah, the next halfling is going to be called Gareth. Why did Jacob Nail? I've given up on the Shrek thing because you all insulted it. Why did Jacob Nail come making trouble in the first place? Well, he claimed that this one, and he points to Bryn, stole from him. Oh, maybe Jacob Nail was telling the truth. Maybe we should turn him over. Oh, come on. Nope, nothing can change my mind here. Look, this is the Pipe Smoking Club. I know people think we're a joke, but we're a serious establishment. And the power to light flames with your mouth or hand makes you worthy to enter this place, but I'm sorry, sir. Unless you have a really cool pipe or something, I can think of absolutely no reason to let you inside.
Oh god, fucking... Didn't Bryn nicked a pipe? And I can't remember.
I mean,
Did he nick a pipe?
what worked last time, Callum?
He did, didn't he?
He did nick a pipe. But now I'm slightly worried that it might be this guy's pipe.
Do you want to try
Oh,
it?
fuck.
Because I feel like that was who I...
Well, I mean, you gotta figure, if they were smoking pipes at the thing, they're gonna at least know each other. Maybe we don't need their help. We've evaded
Bryn...
police.
Oh, God.
Get ready to run.
Bryn, balancing on the balls of his feet as he is ready to run, whips out the pipe he pickpocketed earlier.
And it's a very impressive pipe. In fact, if you remember, it's like a beautiful pipe. I don't remember how I described it in the podcast that we first did, but I remember it's very eloquent and very nice. And the ogre's eyes light up, and he goes, "Oh, you do have a really impressive pipe. Come on in. Come on in. It's all good. It's all good, friend. In you come."
Okay.
So you all enter the place, and the air is thick with smoke and a little bit of BO mixed in there. Gaulier, you can definitely tell.
Is this someone's mum's basement?
This is the ogre's mum's basement.
But on the most part, any other sense of smell is just masked by this incredibly strong smell of wizard plant,
Oi.
so to say. There are some saggy, well-worn sofas, and there are old wooden tables. The lights are dim, but not too dim. Not like a sexy dim, more like a chilled-out, kind of low-profile dim.
A moody red.
Yeah, you feeling me? You feeling me? You can see, as with the pipe smoking lounge in Overflows, just a wide variety of creatures, including the large troll fella and the halfling Hazix who helped you get here, and Gaulier especially, I think, you recognise an elderly goblin
Dad!
puffing from an elaborate pipe, who looks up at you and says, "Dude! It's the dragon dude!" The elderly gnome walks up to Gaulier and goes to shake his hand.
Reach out my hand. When I shake it, can I shake the whole body? So it's all fucking...
Yeah, you shake the whole body.
You crank him like a
The
jack.
gnome then, once you put him down, the gnome motions over to you guys, asking you to all come over and sit with him. And he brings out a small wand, and a very small flame flickers from the end of it. It's not making contact with the wood, but it's hovering just a hair away from it. He's made a very small version of the cantrip produce flame. And he says to Gaulier, "Need a light?"
Gaulier says, "No, I'm a dragon."
And then we left.
Gaulier doesn't know what the fuck. Look at me.
Look at me, you know what I can do.
What does Gaulier actually do?
I kind of want to just separate from the group for a second, because I want to do something.
Okay, go for it.
Is there anywhere in this room where I can kind of be a little bit more private, a little bit...
Yeah, there's a sofa without many people on it over in the corner you can go to.
Okay, I'm going to go sit on the sofa on my own, and I want to summon the weird floating creature.
Oh, Jin.
Jin.
Okay, yeah, Jin has been with you this whole time, but I guess maybe it was in your bag.
I assume he was, like, invisible or hidden, or...
Yeah, he can turn invisible. I'd say it was hidden, yeah. So Jin comes out, yeah.
What are you?
Jin just makes little weird noises. That's it. Jin just goes and stuff. It doesn't speak English.
I have no ability to understand this at all, I'm guessing.
You don't know.
No. Is there anything you can tell me? Anything? Sign? Anything?
I think what Jin is going to do is it presses its forehead to yours.
Oh.
And very kind of suddenly, it's vanished. It's disappeared, and then as soon as it went away, it comes back again, kind of glowing with a faint purple aura.
Okay.
And Harriet, you watch it fly over to Bryn, and Bryn, you can't see it. Only Harriet can see it. That's what the thing. That's what it was doing.
Okay. So,
It's made this kind of connection where you can see through its invisibility, and it flies over to Bryn and hovers near his bag, in which Bryn is keeping the box that he got from the conflict outside of the burning shop.
Okay.
And once he's there, he kind of nuzzles against the bag and then returns to you and ends the spell and just hovers there with you. That's all it does.
Thank you. Listen, I can't say I can care for you as well as your master did, but I will try.
And he nuzzles your beard a bit.
Does he eat? Does he eat? Oh. Wait, do I have any food in my bag?
I think you might have some, like, rations, maybe.
Yeah, can I offer up a scrap of food to him?
Yeah, you offer up a little scrap of food and he eats it.
Yeah, okay, I do that. I give him a nice little stroke on the head.
It's very cute. As cute as a weird flying centipede can be.
Okay, I'm going to give it a little stroke on the head and then pat my shoulder for it to land.
Oh, that's nice. It lies on your shoulder and it's very happy. Oh, that was a sweet little scene.
Okay, I'm going to walk back over to the group and...
Okay, and it's about now, actually, that the elderly gnome, who has introduced himself... James.
Yeah?
Remember I asked you for a name the other day?
Oh, no.
He says, by the way, guys, I don't know if we've formally met. He looks at Harriet. I don't know if we've formally met. I think I remember you guys' names. What were they again? Can you remind me?
Harriet.
Woolier.
Bryn.
Yeah.
Like we would just say, like, oh.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Bryn, Gaulier, Harriet. My name, and he takes a small bow, and he says, is erotically Kit Kat.
Oh god, I was having to do a sip when you said that. Oh
But
boy.
friends, you can call me Erok.
Erok. Well met,
Okay.
Erok.
Instead of saying erotically fucking Kit Kat, because I asked James for a name, and that's what he gives me, of course.
James, that's classic James.
Oh.
That's a James Zinger.
It's James's favourite character.
I will agree. I just got to go get my girlfriend's boyfriend, my boyfriend's girlfriend's boyfriend, my boyfriend's girlfriend's boyfriend, my boyfriend's girlfriend's boyfriend, my boyfriend's girlfriend.
James.
2 seconds.
He's been in 2 relationships in the space of a sentence.
My mate's girlfriend. 1 sec.
James.
Okay.
What is James not telling us?
So Bryn. Mister.
Hello.
What are you hiding?
Bryn's hiding some things, man. Maybe he doesn't even know.
I think we're about to find out.
I think maybe we are.
Dun-dun-dun, showdown! To be honest, I think if it was Bryn versus Harriet, it would be pretty messy.
He wouldn't say no, would he?
What, to a good fisticuffs?
Yeah. I'm sure he wouldn't say no to any fisticuffs.
Depends if it involves Gaulier or not. Boy, can that boy fist. Fist my cuffs any day. You know when Chrissy listens back to this?
She's going to enjoy this. And you know this is going on the podcast as well, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. This is it. Hi.
Oh, hello. What's going on?
I've kind of already finished my water bottle already. I might use this opportunity to refill.
D&D is first to work.
Mr. Robot fell in the toilet.
What's
I'm
Mr.
sorry?
Robot?
Oh, I've got a coaster. I've got a lot of coasters with Mr. Robot on them.
Oh, did
And-
one of your coasters fall in the toilet?
It did, yeah.
That's fucking funny.
I have it in my bathroom for when I have cups of tea.
I'm sorry, rewind.
I don't know what else there is to.
You have a coaster in your bathroom for when you have cups of tea.
Yeah, well, if I'm having tea on the toilet,
In your
I have a
bath.
coaster.
You have tea on the
Why do you...
toilet?
Yeah, I got to regain those fluids.
That's... What?
So Harriet comes back over to the group, and you're all sat down on these sofas with the goblin. And as seems to be tradition for new members of the pipe smoking club, they notice while Bryn has a pipe, the rest of you don't. And so, Gaulier and Harriet, you are given pipes.
Oh.
And very quickly, would you guys like to tell me what your pipes look like? I'm going to let you decide.
Oh.
James, take it away.
Um,
Gaulier's one's like one of those curly straws you get.
No, James is like into glasses around his eyes and like around his ears and then...
if you look closely, it's a long, black, almost cigar-looking like kind of pipe. There is a small midget woman in the end of this pipe, and every time it's smoked,
Not a halfling.
not a halfling. And as Gaulier receives said, we're going to call it cigar. All you hear is.
All
Will
right.
there ever come a day when James doesn't use audio files in the pre-recorded podcast?
It's very professional.
James, have you got a second phone with that soundboard just loaded up 24/7?
I really wish I did.
Matt, what does yours look like?
Mine is a very humble, small wooden one with engravings of waves around the lid.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, and they say that these are designed for new members, and they then bring out this big board with different herbs on it, and these herbs are all labelled. They're basically what they are. They explain, as it is called the wizard plant, it does literally have wizarding properties. What you smoke is essentially a concentrated cantrip, a one-time use cantrip. Highly illegal because of this, but and they've been laid out in front of you. And if you guys look at the image I posted in Messenger, you will see the list of them and the descriptions of each. And to save time with this, instead of me reading them all out, what I'll do is, if you guys tell me which ones you like the sound of, I will then kind of tell you about what they do. What I was going to say was, basically, they've told you that, and as they're brought out, the goblin says, or the ogre that's carrying them says, all new members get a choice of one to smoke now as part of your initiation, and you can take one for later.
Oh, that's very considerate.
So you can essentially pick one that you want to smoke right this second, and one that you're going to keep for later.
Can we pick the same ones? Like, do we all have to be different?
You can if you want. Yeah, there's as much here as is needed. There's plenty. I think personally, it'd be more interesting if you all took different ones. But if you want to take the same ones, then go for it.
Well, I'm going to take a wizard's tongue for later.
Okay.
Actually, no. Let Brian have that one. I'll take spell twister.
No. You can take it if you want.
No, I was just realising my character probably wouldn't take that because it doesn't talk that much. Oh yeah, so spell twister, and I will take alert right now.
Okay, so Spell Twister is a spell. This is very interesting. I'm glad you took this one. Will change the effect of an active spell on the creature who inhales it. And this change depends on the spell. Either I will make a decision or you can argue what you think the spell should change to. All changes will be in some way linked to the spell's original effect. So it's not going to change flight into, I don't know, fire. It's gonna have something to do with it.
Okay.
What's the other one you took?
It was alert. For now.
Okay. Alert will allow the affected to become aware of danger before it approaches, and for one combat situation, you get immediate first turn. So I do want to say that, Harriet, both you and Bryn do have empty spell slots at the moment.
I was going to say.
Which would need a long rest to refill.
Oh, okay.
But you have a lot of fire cantrips, so if you're okay to do that, then I guess that's... I think alert's also a good idea in case of combat.
Yeah, alert's good for now. I'll take alert.
Okay, and Bryn, do you know what you're getting?
Bryn is going to take Wizard's Tongue for later, because,
Alright, that the affected's voice will transform, depending on a dice roll, for 1 hour.
Is that the voice will transform into different things depending on the dice roll?
Yes, I will roll a 1d4, and depending on what I get is what your voice transforms to, and it will stay for an hour.
Oh, okay. Whew. And he's going to take Refresh now.
Okay, Refresh refills all spell slots and daily actions. There you go.
Woo, yeah.
And Gorlier, do you know what you're taking?
Does Vitalize, is that like a permanent buff, or is that like a...
That just gives you additional HP. You just keep that until you lose it.
Okay, I'll keep that one. I'll keep Vitalize.
Okay, you're going to take that for later.
Relax, is that almost like a...
James, you know exactly what Relax is.
If you...
I'm going to take Relax now then.
Okay, Relax slows the senses and the affected individual is slower to perceive, initiate, and is vulnerable to deception rolls. Lasts for 1 hour. I love how you decided to take the one that is harmful.
So basically what's happened... Bryn's had a cup of tea, Matt's taking Coke, and James is on a splash.
So you all take a drag from your pipes. Do you want to make the sound effect? Bryn, you are suddenly completely energized. You feel fresh as rain. Any cuts that you had from previous scraps have gone away. You just feel amazing. You feel like you said, like you've had a strong espresso, and you feel like you feel the magic return to your fingers and your keytar.
The magic never leaves the keytar.
Gorlier, you get a bit dreary-eyed, and you see the when Erok notices that you took that one, he goes, "I knew you were cool," and laughs to himself. And
Gore just starts like swaying and fucking giggling, and his nostrils open up, and like little swirls come
the
out.
first time Gorley has ever been high.
He's learning a lot in these few days.
Yeah, and you guys are bad influences. And Harriet's
Dilate to the size of a pea.
eyes dilate, and you suddenly become aware of everything, and you are aware, actually. Roll perception with advantage. So I think roll perception.
Roll twice, right?
Yeah, it's roll twice, but I think it's already set to roll twice for you. Okay, you got a 16. So, Harriet, you're aware that someone in roughly, I'm going to say you have enough time for one conversation before this happens. Someone is going to walk through the back door of this place, who is not good news. Not good news for you guys.
So if I'm getting twitchy about this, I lead over to Gorlia in his dazed state and say, "There's someone coming, man."
Nah, I prefer like bacon and shit, not like fucking.
I don't know what it is, man, but I swear there's someone coming through one of the doors.
You guys acted this like you're actually on drugs. That's great.
Bryn is just looking on, just the most disappointed look on his face.
I lean over to Erok and say, "Is there anyone else meant to come tonight?"
Yeah, we've got a few other members who come and go. We got a good member of mine. He's a good buddy. You might have met him in the bar. I think he was with us to start with, Gorlia and Bryn, when you guys first came and sat down.
Yeah.
Not that Gorlia knows. This lasts for a fucking hour, James. Why did you do this? Honestly, I wrote that one with the intention that one of you would be clever and take it for later and use it on a harmful
that's what I was
NPC to
thinking.
debuff them so you could fight them better, but then you just took it.
Of course he would. The second you said that, I was like, well, I know what James is taking.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I feel like Gorlia's head's just gonna smack onto the table somewhere. Just fucking.
Gorlia's head smacks onto the
You
table.
start seeing like birds go around him.
He sits down on the couch.
From what are you doing? What are you doing,
Okay,
guys? James has passed out. Gorlia's passed
I'm
out.
couching on the couch, mate.
I lean back over to Bryn and say, "I don't have a nice feeling about this, Bryn."
Ah, dear. Bryn is gonna get up and... Oh god, he's got no weapons, has he?
I lead over to Gorlia in his dazed state and say, "There's someone coming, man."
Bryn is gonna pull out his dagger and get ready for someone to...
And at this, Erok furrows his brow and he goes, "What are you doing? What are you doing getting that out?" And then walking through the door of this place and saying, "Hey guys, good to be here," is a man who looks like George R.R. Martin, dressed as Gandalf.
No way.
And as he comes through the door, he goes, "Hey guys, I'm sorry I was late. I've been looking everywhere for my pipe. I can't seem to find it. Wait a second." And he looks over at Bryn and he goes, "This guy's got my pipe. What's going on? I'd know that pipe anywhere. I handcrafted that myself."
You stole his pipe? First you get us into trouble at that inn, and then you steal this guy's pipe? What's wrong with you?
Hold now. I didn't take this. I found it on the floor of the inn. Roll persuasion.
yeah, roll persuasion, go for it.
So close.
Oh,
to
wow,
one.
that turned
Oh,
around.
that almost landed on a 1. That was an 18? Yeah, okay, you persuade him. He's like, well, that may be the case, but I'd like it back. And he holds out his hand. And then as he goes to take it, the ogre comes over and goes, "Hold on a minute. This guy can't be in here if he hasn't got a pipe. That's the whole reason I let him in."
Well, you're gonna fucking spot a bother now, aren't you?
This guy specifically told me that it was his pipe.
I didn't. No.
So are you saying this in character?
He just pulled out the pipe.
Say this in character.
Hold now, I never said such thing. I just showed you the pipe. What are you talking
Yes,
about?
but you heavily implied that it was yours when I said that we only allow people in here who are in possession of very cool pipes, and you brought it out and said it was yours.
You said with, my friend. I did in fact have a cool pipe at the time.
Okay. As he's thinking about it, George R. R. Martin is looking at you and he goes, "Well, you know what? I'm not an unreasonable man. If that's the case, you give me my pipe back, and you guys are going to have to just get out of here, okay?"
Our friend cannot walk.
And then Hazix kind of is still here, and he looks over and goes, and besides, they can't leave. They're getting hunted by the police. The police? You guys are getting why are they getting hunted by the police? Well, apparently, this one, and he points at Bryn, picked Jacob Nail's pocket. And then George R. R. Martin goes, so, you're meaning to tell me you're a known pickpocket, and my pipe, my pride and joy, fell out of my hands, and you have it now.
Hold on now. That's not why we're being hunted. We burned down a building. I mean, no. We just...
What? Okay, that does it. That does it. I've tried things the peaceful way, but we're gonna sort this out one way or the other. You guys aren't gonna like what happens next.
Before he does, I'm gonna. I've got. What's that? I'm more alert. Correct.
Yeah, you're alert.
That is right. I'm gonna draw my sickle.
Okay.
And aim it at Bryn.
What?
Hello. I have a sore throat, but I recorded this because I want to get the podcast done. I'm literally just gonna advertise some. Basically, if you're enjoying this, it'd help us out a lot if you rate us 5 stars, subscribe to us on iTunes, etc. But if you really want to show us that you enjoy the podcast and make an interaction with us and become a part of a community we're trying to grow behind this. Here are a few things you can do. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Travelers of the Unknown with 2 L's. You can find us on Twitter at TOTUcast or TutuCast. And most excitingly, we now have a Discord server which we're trying to fill up with people who listen so we can have one-to-one quick communication with you guys. There's already a couple people in there and we'd like to stack it with as many people as listen as possible so we can have a kind of a mini little community. It's like a thing you can be a part of. I know this isn't a huge podcast. This isn't in any way a very well-made podcast. Probably it's very rough and very budget, but it means a lot to me, the small amount of people who have actually enjoyed it and listened and watched, and I would love to hear what you think, and I would love to involve you in the process of this, because this is, as far as I'm concerned, this is as much a project for anyone who's listening as it is for me and my friends creating it. So if you want to join that Discord, you can find the information for that on the Facebook page. Once again, that's facebook.com/Travelers of the Unknown, all one word, 2 L's in Travelers. Facebook.com/Travelers of the Unknown. We're gonna go back to the episode now. Thank you for watching. Bye. I love you.
I aim it at Bryn.
Alright.
And I say, tonight we may be thieves, but it's for one night only. This man has got us in a lot of fucking trouble. But right now, we just need to rest our heads. All disputes, all troubles, all resolved come the morning. But for now, there will be no more fighting.
Fighting? Who said anything about fighting? Look at me. I'm not a man of fighting. We're pretty chill here. Nah, dude. It's fine. It's cool. Guy picks a pocket. Happens. I was just gonna say... And he clicks his fingers and brings out of his pocket a small journal. And on the journal are the words... Really good book ideas, but then he opens it, and on the inside, he seems to be flicking towards the back, and he reads a passage, and he says, I tell you what, we're just a little group here. You guys can stay if you can pass my quiz.
Can I just kill him?
Sorry, pause real quick. Are we actually going to do a Game of Thrones quiz in our TNT?
It's not a Game of Thrones quiz.
Okay.
Get excited then.
Game of Thrones, he hasn't written it yet.
I was going to say.
He's going to get teleported into the future and then write it, and this is the inspiration.
You heard it here first, folks. George R. R. Martin's actually a wizard.
Yeah, he is. He's got a wizard hat. He's dressed as Gandalf. What do you think? So anyway, he brings out the quiz and he waves his wand around and casts quite a powerful casts quite a powerful version of prestidigitation, and the illusion
So
of
you cast a very powerful version of what?
prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation, yeah.
Across the nation.
With a digitated wham.
Whambo.
Sorry, what's it called? How do you pronounce it then?
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation? I thought it was prestidigitation.
I don't know how
Alright.
this goal is still passed out on the floor.
He casts an illusionary spell, and around you, two kind of lights come down from the ceiling as if you are actually in a quiz. And a light goes on Harriet, ding, and a light goes on Gorlear, ding, and a light goes on Bryn, ding.
And like goes on Gorlear, who's just on the...
What, on the floor?
On the floor.
Gula's mouth opens slightly.
And Hazix runs, and he's quite excited about this, and he gets a little podium, and George R. R. Martin stands behind it and brings his book out, and he's like, okay, guys, are you ready for question number 1?
What are we even being quizzed on?
General knowledge. I want to know if you guys are Triden enough.
I'm from over the seas.
Okay, here we go, guys. Right, there's I'm going to roll a dice, and that's going to decide which of you he asks the first question.
Oh, God.
I think I'd rather fight him.
This is going to be so good.
Okay, it's a 1. That is always an option, Matt.
I didn't put my sickle away.
Okay, it's a 1, so he's going to be asking Harriet this question.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, okay. What is the name of the leader of the Triden City Watch? Is it A, Ron, B, Victor, or C, Julian?
I'm pretty sure it was Victor, if I remember correctly. I want to say Victor.
You're correct! And a little thing of confetti comes down on Harriet, and everyone
I
applauds.
just shake my head.
You shake your head?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is basically Chrissy testing us to see if we were paying attention.
3. I just thought I'd do something more interesting than a fight. So this is for Bryn. Half-elf. Name a 5-star hotel in Flow.
What?
We've not even been to Flow yet.
We haven't even been into Flow.
Name a 5-star hotel in Flow.
Look at the map. Look. Oh wait, they're on. There's a trick question. They're on.
Did Harriet?
No, I was saying that to a meta.
No, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say that Harriet shouted out there.
No, why would Harriet shout that out?
Because it was only Bryn. It was only Bryn's knowledge. You're cheating.
No, I was. Yeah. But...
No, to be fair, that is my knowledge. But in my defence, me and James were memeing while you were talking about that. So.
Well, there you go. There's your punishment. Okay. So, okay. And the guy looks at you and he's like, well, you know a lot about Triden. I mean, you're pretty cool, but that was technically cheating, so no points for any of you on that one. Which is bad. You guys got to get at least 3 points by the end of the quiz, or things are going to get dangerous.
How many questions are there? Sorry.
Just a few more. Don't worry. This doesn't go on for long.
It's long enough to be a whimsical joke.
It's long enough to be a whimsical joke, but not long enough to be an entire podcast. Gorlear, the Dragonborn. This is the next question for you, Gorlear.
Fuck's sake.
He doesn't know your name, but he's like, guy in the middle, the Dragonborn, it's for you.
Is...
Gorlear, are you conscious?
Mouth opens up and all you can hear is...
Stop! Alright. Why are all of the cities in this area so close to each other instead of just forming one big city?
Yeah, James. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, James.
Pause for a sec. I brought that up to you and you told me, but I can't remember if you've ever told either of those two, Chrissy.
I have. I've told all of you guys this while you weren't paying attention at the start of this game.
I brought it up to you. And
I remember her having this conversation with me at some point. I just don't remember.
Well, Gorlear?
Because it looks like a boat.
That is incorrect. There's only 2 questions left. You guys.
Jeez, Rick.
Okay, here we go. Gorlear again.
Jesus.
He's baked out of his head. He's not going to be able to remember.
Can he not call a friend?
No, I got this.
My mistake. This is the final question.
Jesus.
We've already lost then.
So we can't... Wait, what?
Hey, if you get this one right, I'll give you a bonus round, okay? Bonus round. Alright.
Get the sickle ready.
You got this, guys. You got...
What are we smoking?
Who's that? Who are you asking that question to?
But we're all smoking different things.
Gorlear, I'm asking Gorlear, what are we smoking?
Don't know, but whatever you're smoking, I want some of that.
Come on.
Wait, what do
that
you mean? What are we? We're smoking something different. That makes no
what
sense.
is everyone in this place smoking?
Well, what's the group term for what we're smoking?
Oh fuck! It's like, oh Jesus, wizards.
Come on, James, you got it.
Wizards.
How do you not remember this?
Bitch.
What is it? What is the second word? Wizard what?
I can't remember what.
Yeah, but it was in conversation with James.
Didn't you come up with this?
Did I actually?
Wizard what?
Exactly.
Wizard what?
Wizards.
I want to say trousers, but it's not trousers.
What?
Actually, trousers.
It's not trousers!
Why would it be
Okay, last
trousers?
chance. What does Gorlia say? Give me an answer right now.
Beard.
What?
I don't fucking remember what it
No,
was.
don't, James.
It's the wizard plan!
James, stop. Oh,
Yes.
Fuck, I was about to message it to you.
And George
Wizards
R. R. Martin closes the book and he says, well, boys, looks like they failed the quiz.
Oh, jeez,
And-
Rick.
Several people in the bar now stand up. A human over in the corner who is smoking a pipe stands up. The troll stands up. Hazix stands up. Everyone except Erok, who is kind of looking around like, hey, come on, guys, we don't have to resort to violence here, surely. And then Hazix is like, no, I stuck my neck out for these guys and they're incredibly dishonest. And the troll goes, yeah, you guys better start running because we're gonna start getting violent.
I wouldn't push them. They're on drugs.
So am I.
That's true. We have a Gorlia.
Well, yeah, but who is
true.
not doing so good
It's also, he basically vegetableized himself.
because he nerfed himself. Okay, guys.
I'm going to go over to Gorlia, tap him on his chest, and say, now's about the time we leave.
I like leaves.
Bryn, you and I need to have a conversation, but first let's get this fucking dragon out of here.
Right. Oh God. How much strength do we need to lift up Corlia?
Probably a lot.
You are the problem child.
Right. Well, in combination with Harriet, I'm gonna try and lift up Corlia.
Oh,
We both need to make a strength roll.
I love how in character this is as well. I love the idea of Gorlia just being like, ooh, relax. I like to relax.
Should we both make strength rolls?
Yeah. I guess.
Just great is if it does the thing like it did last time where one of us is really
Well, Bryn got a 4, so
unless I like this is gonna
you gotta carry this.
literally.
That's very one-sided.
And it's an 18!
What the fuck?
Well, with an 18 and a 4, put that together, I think you guys lift Gorlia. So you guys are lifting Gorlia, and as you're lifting him...
No. What's happening here is Harriet is lifting Gorlia and Bryn's like pretending to.
Dragging his tail.
like a wedding dress.
So what do you guys do once you've lifted Gorlia?
We appreciate your hospitality, but know that this was a dick move. And we carry him out into the night.
And then as you guys are leaving, George R. R. Martin goes, wait a second, you give me my pipe back.
Bryn, run!
Bryn drops all pretense of carrying Gorlia and sprints out the door.
I spin around and pull Gorlia through backwards so that he blocks the door.
Oh, is he blocking the door?
He is a big, strong boy.
Interestingly, then, I'm going to say, George R. Let me just look at George R. R. Martin. real
I'm going to do that too. I'm just going to look up...
Not George R. R. Martin, the character.
George R. R. Martin... I actually started reading the Game of Thrones books.
Did you?
I did, yeah. I'm not a far in, but yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. There he is. My boy.
There he is, look at that beard. Oh.
Look at that face.
George R. R. Martin brings from his pocket a rickety old wand. It looks like a pen, beautifully, and he points it out and he casts magic missile at Gorlir's back.
Yeah, but knowing that's just going to get him more high.
That is 6 versus AC. That was a critical fail, so no, he misses Gorlir. Or it hits Gorlir and Gorlir doesn't feel
Just
it.
bounces off
Boy,
him.
what a great wizard.
He's just like, God damn it! And then,
Sorry to just step out of the fiction. I really enjoyed that, by the way.
thank you. Which then means after he fails, the troll rolls his eyes and brings out a very large maul, which he swings and hits Gorlir
Hold up,
with.
how? If this is a combat situation, how come they've got advantage?
Yeah, I should have advantage.
Oh yeah, I to be honest, I was kind of winging it because I didn't want to take too long with this combat sequence. I took it as Bryn's turn was him running, and Harriet's turn was him blocking the door with Gorlir.
I thought we were going to have to burn down another building.
This will be the last one, and then I'll give because I'm giving Gorlir the final turn on this sequence because he's so fucked.
Okay. Yay.
I think James deserves to take some damage for this.
Oh my god.
Some damage. Oh my god.
Fucking A.
And hits Gorlir for 14 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
Lucille's thirsty. Fucking hell.
And he knocks you out of the door, kind of as a final "get lost"
Smack on the
feeling,
bum.
and all of you are knocked out onto the road.
I'm down to 7.
You're down
Jesus
to 7.
Christ. You like broke his
Oh
back.
my god. Okay, you're all knocked out onto the street, and Gorlir is very, very bad.
But I'm still laughing.
I'm gonna say that. I am gonna say that it's been a half hour, so you're halfway through your terrible spell, your terrible curse of weed.
But props to you for sticking with it though, James.
You've come out of there, and you come out of the alley you were in, and you're up against the water. And you guys have a moment to gather your thoughts before hearing some cries coming from the water.
What the fuck?
And, okay, here's why I didn't want that combat sequence to take that long, because you see, coming down the river and kind of the scouting around the posh part of town, although the one who was damaged and Harriet you healed, he's not there anymore, but the trio on the boat and the woman on the horse, the watchman from before, they're all coming after you still. They're all still looking for you.
Oh, can we make a stealth roll to try and hide from them?
You could do, yeah.
I'm guessing they haven't seen us yet. They're just on patrol.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you one stealth roll, and if you all happen to succeed, then... Or if one
Well, it's
of
worth
you...
a shot, isn't
It's
it?
worth a shot, yeah, you could get some advantages with that. Sure, go for it.
Oh my god.
Bryn with a critical failure. Harriet with a 21. Holy
Just
shit.
vanishes into the shadows.
I'm just gonna lie there because I'm pretty fucked.
Are you even going to bother Gorlir? Because I'm pretty sure you get a disadvantage with that.
I think Gawler just farts and everyone can hear it.
He just farts fire. It's like, brrr.
Okay. Well,
The end of Shrek 3.
they do spot Bryn and the incapacitated Gorlir, but and actually, I'm going to say Gorlir falls onto the ground now because Harriet has kind of slunk to the side where he's hiding in the shadows, and they've spotted the two of you. And I think we are going to have to roll initiative now, guys.
Do I get like advantage because I'm in stealth?
Yes, you. No matter what, unless someone gets a 20, because you took the
I've also got the alert, haven't I?
alert. Yeah, no matter what, you get first turn.
Cool.
So that's a 10 for the woman on the horse, and I'll move the boat as a unit, and they have a 16. So let me note this down somewhere. So Harriet goes first, then the boat, then I'll say Bryn next. Okay, first off, Matt,
Hello.
what do you do? Because you get very first turn no matter what.
Okay.
So what are you going to do while you're in the shadows that will save everyone?
Okay, so the boat is advancing towards us. It's seen Bryn.
Yes,
and-
the boat is advancing towards, and I'm going to say that across the river, what was her name? Azrith is drawing out her bow, and she's pointing it towards the two of them.
Okay.
They've lost all pretense of asking you guys to
Yeah,
surrender
I
at this
figured
point.
that.
They kind
The
of
hunting.
they're kind of and because Bryn is continuing to help them, they're essentially hostile towards Bryn again, though not as much. They probably wouldn't kill Bryn, but they would probably kill the two of you.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, how many people are in the boat?
3 people.
What's it made
There
of?
are 3 people in the boat. The boat itself is it's made of wood, but is in water, and they do have a wizard on board.
Okay. So unless I rolled very well.
There are others kind of passing by.
Okay.
There's tourists, there's fishermen.
Hold on, what time of day is it?
Oh, what time of day is it? I'd say round about now it's about midday.
Oh, really?
I think.
Okay.
So hold on.
Well,
We were in that bar all night.
you know, because it was morning. It was dawn when you guys started escaping.
I thought it was middle of the night.
Oh, yeah, it was dawn. The night was the entire fight, and then it was dawn when you guys were escaping.
Oh, okay.
And now I'll say it's like 9 a.m., 10 a.m.
Are there boats basically like in front of, like, between us and the guard boat?
Yes, there are passing boats. There are a
Okay.
few. There's a passing. There's either paddle boats or coal boats kind of passing by through the water.
Jin has the ability to scare. I'm reading here.
Okay.
I want to send Jin to scare one of the people in that boat in hopes that they will like veer off and block the river.
Oh, so the passenger boat.
Yeah, not their boat, just one of the normal ones.
Okay, I'm going to say there is a large steam-powered boat that would be big enough to achieve this. Not like because there are like single-person paddle boats and things like that.
Yeah,
but...
well, hopefully, like just the collective craziness of it will.
All right, there's one. Okay, so Jin, I guess you're just going to have to do whatever roll that is, whatever attack roll that is for that. That's a free.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, whatever way I spend this, it's
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so Jin flies out.
Jin flies
Does
out
a
and
big-
attempts to frighten someone on the boat. Actually, I'll tell you what, there's a very slight chance that this could be a super coward. I'm going to roll a d20. If it's lower than 3, you scared him.
Okay.
That's a 10. You did not scare him.
That's fine. Okay.
So the person on the boat is unfazed by Jin. Maybe they kind of swatted them a little bit. That's Jin's turn. That was a failure, Matt. So is there anything else you want to try doing?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to... I've got my fire cantrips still, I do believe.
Yeah, you've got cantrips for it.
Okay, so I've still not been fully revealed. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame, my cantrip, at the wooden boat. They actually aim for the hull of the boat itself, not for any of the people on board.
I guess roll that. What's the range on that?
Range 60 feet.
Yeah, you can reach. Okay. Roll that, I suppose. 17 versus AC. You hit the boat and 8 with a roll of 8 damage. That's pretty fucking good considering you rolled 2d8. Yeah, okay. The boat bursts into flame.
Fantastic.
And those on board are freaking out. So here's what happens on the boat. You hear the voices of the people crying out. You hear the guy whose name you correctly remembered, which I'm impressed you correctly remembered.
Victor.
His name's Victor, the kind of chief of the watch, who turns to these people and goes, "Jesus, okay, calm down, everyone, calm down." And you have the wizard going, oh my god, the boat's on fire. And you then have he's like, the boat's on fire, Ophi, get out of the way. And he pushes the other person who's on the boat. He pushes Ophi off the boat, and Ophi splashes into the water. He kind of calls out and he goes, "What? No, Oju, come back, guys, come back. Yeah, you guys you're doing great, sweetie." And stops for a second while he's in the water and kind of he starts swimming towards a different boat. Oju's action, I'm going to say, was pushing Ophi off the boat.
Okay.
So Oju doesn't do anything. Victor Pub turns and I don't know if you would have revealed yourself to them in doing that.
Yeah, I would have thought I cast it from the shadows.
Yeah.
I would have thought maybe the archer would have seen me, but...
You mean you kind of revealed yourself to them? Are you saying because they would have seen the fire?
Well, I would have thought,
towards them?
because if there's other boats, I thought I would have been like hard to see, but the archer would have seen me because they have a height advantage and they're looking down on us, whereas they're having to look through the crowd of the boat.
I suppose they don't see you, so he's just going to shoot a crossbow in a random direction, and I'm going to give him disadvantage on it. Yeah, no, that's a critical failure. He misses you, and then finally, the person who was pushed off the boat, whose name is Ophi, is now swimming in the water, and they start to swim towards a nearby boat, which they do find, and it is a paddle boat, and they pull themselves onto it, kind of pushing the person off and telling them, this is official police business, I'm sorry, and they start rowing the boat as well. And now it's Bryn's go.
Okay, sorry, Strepsil.
Oh, actually, Bryn, I've just remembered something was going to happen. Bryn, just as you're kind of gathering what's going on amongst all the havoc, you can hear the thundering of hooves along the floor.
Oh boy.
Did you turn in the direction of the hooves?
Yeah.
Running manically down the road, coming towards you, is a horse going much faster than a normal horse would. And this is the horse that you cast What's that spell?
Long
you cast? This is the horse that you cast, Longstrider, who has been running like an idiot around Triden this entire time, and just so happened to come along you, almost as if someone in charge of your fate feels bad about you using up one of your 2 spell slots in a really clever way and then immediately taking the horse from you. The horse is running towards you. What are you going to do?
Well, I can't jump on it myself because then I'm just gonna.
You could get you and Gorlier on. They don't know I'm here. I could slink away.
I'm sorry. Could I?
Oh, that's a good point. Actually, yes.
Yeah, you probably couldn't get Gorlier on that.
So sorry. I can still control the horse. Yes.
If you were on the horse, you would in fact be able to ride it very carefully. Yeah, you would be able to stop it. But getting onto it, on the other hand, that's the issue here.
The whole sitch.
All right. What are we rolling here? Jump onto a horse like that?
Because every time we try to jump in the vicinity of horses, it goes so well.
I'm gonna roll the acrobatics, and I'm gonna get an 18.
An 18? Yeah, you jump and you land on the horse.
Nice.
There you go. There we go. Good rolls do happen.
Sometimes.
Doing pretty well this session.
Bryn has jumped and landed on the horse. I'm going to give you one more kind of action that you can do now. Do you stop the horse immediately when you
He
go down?
does. He stops the horse. He pulls it too, if you will.
Okay. So you've pulled the horse, you've stopped the horse. Anything you want to do now?
Well, shout up and see if Gorlier is alive. But
Am I just on the floor this entire time?
Happened, yeah.
I was gonna say you just slumped over.
It's really up to you. Relax doesn't make you this. Like, it didn't have to.
You've chosen to be this way.
You made the character decision that Gorlier goes.
Yeah,
limp.
he's never had drugs before in his life.
I was gonna say this is his first trip.
That's a good point. I really hope we can have like a spin-off adventure, which is like actually just him tripping balls right now.
Oh my god, can we do a spin-off episode? What Gorlier thought was
A
happening?
mini episode inside Gorlier's head.
Gorlier's mind. Can you do that? Can you record that with James?
If you see Meet the Pyro, it's actually just him tripping
Do you
out.
believe in magic? In the young dragon's heart.
But it's sagging dragon.
Oh, come on. Sorry, how are we not making the Puff the Magic Dragon joke?
Oh, Callum, you got me in the gut there. Oh, that tickled me. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's move. Yeah, let's carry on.
So yeah, he's going to call out to Gorlier and see if he's alive.
Okay.
How long has it been since I took the drugs?
I'm going kind of abstract with the time here, but I am saying it's still in effect.
Okay, so he's gonna sit up in the middle of the road.
He sat up and he's like,
And he's just
He
sniffing.
fell asleep when he's been asked questions, and now he's woken up in an alleyway, beaten up, and there's a horse.
roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
Holy moly.
That's a 24 Constitution saving throw.
Well,
By some miracle, Gorlier shakes his head, realising the situation he's in with the fire burning and the panic in the streets. And Gorlier nods, and Gorlier is conscious. Gorlier, you're okay again.
no way. So does that mean
Gorlier is now lucid.
Gorlier sees the fire and says...
He says that out of his mouth, does he, James? He opens his mouth and that noise comes out. Is that what...
Gorlier just says, I didn't start the fire.
It was always burning since the world been turning.
Start the fire.
Oh my. Bill, your jaws.
And thanks for listening to the podcast. It's now over forever. This was the final episode. We'll never do it again. Yeah, so you've woken him up. What are you trying to tell to do this in character, guys?
Oh.
If you can. You don't have to do a voice, Callum, if you're sick.
Why, who, what, when, where, why? And maybe what?
Alright, Bryn is going to kind of gesture to Gorlier to get on the
Okay,
horse.
it's gonna. So as he's now lucid, he's gonna accept the hand up. Is the horse gonna be able to hold them?
Ooh, no, I'm not going to be that mean. Go for it. You guys are on the horse. All these good rolls I got to reward. You guys are on the horse, and the horse takes off. Actually, no, that's up to Bryn. Is the horse taken off? Yeah, the horse
is gone, mate.
Okay, the horse is taken off. So, Harriet, you're still where you are. You guys are going on the horse. Azrith is going to follow suit on her horse. And Victor Pub and the other guys on the boat, well, it's still on fire. Let's ignore them for now. It's now Azrith's turn. Azrith is going to fire at you guys. Okay, Bryn, what's your AC?
13.
Oh, okay, so Azra fires and just misses. Okay, now it's Harriet's go again.
Right, so, okay, seeing that they are starting to get away, I'm going to try and slink back into... What's my environment like? I know we're stood by next to the river, but what else can I see?
You are in a kind of a shady-looking alleyway. There's just general, just the things you would expect. Let me hold up. Okay, you can see just some local people. There are tourists all around. It's quite busy here. You can see a street preacher. Some carts of produce, some bales of hay. There are some chickens in the road.
Are there any, like, houses or anything nearby?
And, houses, yeah, you're on a street. It's like houses are wall to wall.
Are there any of them with, like, washing lines in the back garden or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say there's probably one.
I want to slide into the back garden of one of these and pull down a cloth and throw it like some sort of, like, poncho or a hood or any large piece of clothing. Throw it off, and I put my scarf in my bag.
You're like disguising yourself.
Like a cloak. I'm basically putting a cloak over my outfit, and basically, yes.
So I say roll stealth. I'm going to say stealth for that. That's more important.
Critical stealth doing.
Okay, stealth, so that's a 21, so you do it really well, and you now have this cloak around you. Is there anything else you'd like to do? That's a movement action.
I don't want to attack, no. I basically, like... I want to, like, fade back into the crowd.
And with a 21 in stealth, I'm going to say you do that very successfully. You can decide where you're going now. They've lost track of you.
Okay. I'm going to basically follow where they were riding, but I want to follow from the street over.
Okay.
So, basically, like, the opposite, like, not across the river, but, like, the next street.
Okay, so you are in pursuit of them, but much slower.
Yeah, on foot and, like, through back alleys more than anything.
Meanwhile, Bryn, you guys are still charging past. Now it's people in the boat's turn. Okay, so the first thing that they're going to do, the wizard casts mending and repairs the damage that has been done to the boat. That's all he does. And then it's Victor Pub's turn. He's just going to shoot with his crossbow again. He rolled a 23 for 5 piercing damage. He hit you with an arrow, Bryn. Now it is Ophi, who's in the little paddle boat, and Ophi in the paddle boat. I don't think they do much of anything. They're just continuing to pursue, and they're calling out a series of swear words in the direction of you guys. Just like, you guys suck. We're totally gonna get you. Fuck you guys. Breakers of the law never prosper.
Oh, hi, it's me again. We didn't know how to finish this one, and originally we were gonna, like, join it together with the next recording session, but we didn't do that because the next recording session is kind of its own thing, so this one's over. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Next one's coming soon.